Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in the long legacy of the Big Ten Conference. It's a championship game in the new expanded Big Ten, and there are high stakes here, not just a conference championship, but potentially positioning themselves for a run at the national championship with an automatic bid. This is a matchup we've all been waiting for. Two teams ranked in the top 5, battling for a precious conference title, but also pointing to something even bigger, the college football playoff. We'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the 5th-ranked team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, here in the booth with Kirk Herbstreit. I think we've talked long enough, Kirk. Let's get this game going. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. First down here for this offense. Send the back in motion. A pop pass on the jet sweep. That's a nice wrap up there by the junior. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Tough running there. Eventually taken down, but how about the spin move that earned him first down yardage?
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense an edge to it.
Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. He hands it off from the gun. And that run produces a decent gain.
I'll take that every single time. Offensive line does a nice job up front. This back's vision and ability to get positive yards by lowering his pads on full display right there.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Hand off to the right side. Stopped short of the marker after just a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Running play called on 3rd and short. And he picks up the first down, tackled at the 32.
Boy, an opportunity missed here by this defense. They get him to 3rd down. They load up the line of scrimmage, but they could not deny this back of coming up with that conversion.
This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Heading left after the handoff. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8.
Defense does a really nice job here of being able to contain that run game, held it just at 2 yards. Chris, to me, this changes the playbook a little bit now for the offense. The guy calling the plays at 2nd and 8, that's a different deal. Now he's got to probably thinking about going through the air instead of staying on the ground.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Now they'll switch it up, looking to throw the ball here. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 now. And he drops back in the gun. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. They bring him down, but the game sets up the offense 1st and goal from the 10.
Chris, I love the versatility of this running back. We're seeing what he can do on full display on this drive. He's been running the football very well. This time, they get him the ball out of the backfield, catching it, and he gets another positive gain.
The Tide offense line up here on 1st and goal. Makes a quick catch. Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out that you can take advantage of.
2nd down and goal. Back to throw again. The pass rush closing in. It's a screen pass complete to the running back. Tackled after the completion down at the 1-yard line.
Love to see the positive yards here. Down inside the 10-yard line, you're looking for anything to get closer to the goal line. Now it's going to set up 3rd and goal. Got to find a way to get this ball into the end zone.
Game moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Boy, what a great job by this defense. They have really tightened things up here inside the 10-yard line. Seems like they're almost daring the offense to go for it here on 4th down. Let's see what the decision is.
So their first drive of the game, they're going to go for it on 4th down. Aggressive start. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. He's got it right near the end zone. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the 1st down.
Right, so it's 1st and 10 back inside the 5-yard line. We're going to see how much this play caller trusts his quarterback. How aggressive will he be from this spot? They're going to run it. Breaking tackles. They get the senior to the ground, but it's a nice run there.
A nice job here by this back picking up the 1st down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on and on, but right off the top of my head, you're going to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs, and they're still trying to live up to that to this day.
First down, looking to throw the football. And he's going to float this one to the right side. Oh, and it's dropped. A chance for a big play here in the early going, but some jitters on the part of that receiver.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Incompletion sets up a 2nd down. Takes the toss, heads to his right. Tackled way behind the line. He'll lose 6 there.
Chris, great job here by this defense. They're trying to bounce this to the outside, take advantage of his speed in the backfield, but no chance at all. The defensive speed and ability to diagnose the play blows it up.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Back to pass. It's Hall. And here comes a deep shot. And the ball is picked off. Going the other way. Can they stop him? And that's a solid return after the interception. So here we go, first play of the quarter. The offense has a first down. Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff.
Christian, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shotgun, drops back, looking for an open man. Or throwaway there. Gave up on the play, but now it's going to bring up third down. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And it's picked off. He throws it right into double coverage and pays for it. And they bring him down. Great play by the defense, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see if the play stands. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, it's pretty simple. The defensive line does a great job of getting after the quarterback and forcing him into that incompletion.
Second down after that previous play. They'll run it to the right side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down.
Sometimes I almost get mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, the eyes that carry their feet to the open space, making people miss. I just love watching those guys do work.
And then first down, right back to the running game. And that's a solid gain for the defense, able to bring him down. Here comes a crucial second down play. Every yard tough to find down here in the red zone. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama. We had a short field. The offense did exactly what they're supposed to do. That would have been a big ask for the defense there, Kirk.
Absolutely. But when you're given that kind of field position, anything less than a touchdown would be a disappointment. They did exactly what they needed to do by capitalizing on that short field.
Now the try here for the extra point. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Here's the kickoff team now, set to move this one away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. This offense trying to bounce back the last possession and then end a pick. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He'll take a deep shot here. Aggressive call, a deep shot on first down, but incomplete.
You know, the game often comes down to a play or two, and the offense just missed a huge opportunity for a big play. Going to have to make some adjustments there, and maybe go back to that play and see if they can come up with a big opportunity.
There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Quick pass, here comes a jet sweep. Passes the 40. Breaks into the clear, it's a sprint. Forced out of bounds after a big gain. This offense set up for the first down.
I really love the way more and more offenses are using the receiver in motion pre-snap. Give him a chance to get the football with a couple of blockers in front of him. He's got all that speed built up. You get the ball in his hands, and you better look out. He could be off to the races.
Again, thrown out of the RPO, and it's complete. Finally out of bounds after a solid gain, but there is a flag on the field. So let's check this out. Offense shoots itself in the foot. It's 1st and 15. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they bring him down. That's a very solid gain, but still well short of the marker.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
He's running out of time here. And a sophomore making an impact play.
As expected, this Alabama defense is laying the wood and living in the backfield of their opponent. Such upfield speed, it's dangerous.
That sack sets up a third down play. Looking to pass. It's Hall. And the pass rush has got him again. Back-to-back sacks.
Love the aggressive mindset from this defensive coordinator. Third down and long, why not bring the blitz? Roll the dice. Play a little man coverage on the back end. Hope you get there before the quarterback can make you pay for it, and they come up with a sack.
And the return man decides to signal fair catch. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. They punch it into the end zone the last time. Let's see if this defense has made some adjustments to stop them this time. They'll hand it off. Physical running, fights off the defender. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Short pass finds the tight end.
Boy, he has such great size. I just love this play call on 1st and 10. The defense is expecting a run. Instead, you go play action, and you throw to the big man for some positive yards on 1st and 10.
And the clock stops now for the 2-minute warning. A chance to strategize here before we reach halftime. A completion makes it 2nd and short. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. Looks like Alabama will have the first down.
On any play call that's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Snags the quick throw. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
How many first downs is that on this drive? This defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the third quarter.
That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. Here's the second down play. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Quick throw, misses his mark there, incomplete. So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking right, this one caught. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up 4th down. And the defense will spend their second timeout here to make some adjustments. The offense couldn't convert on 4th down the last time in this situation. Let's see if they can this time. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Receiver makes the grab. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. And he's run out after a big gain. The offense will be set up with a 1st down and goal.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver. And the ball comes out that fast to put so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
So just 1 for 3 in red zone trips so far. They come up on 2nd and goal. The pre-snap motion from the offense. On 2nd and goal, they hand it to him again. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than a conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
And the PAT is good. So the offense gets momentum, scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. You see if the defense can get his top and preserve that momentum. Returner decides to fair catch this. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. Backed up this close to the end zone in the final minute. Let's see if they just decide to take care of the football. Looking to throw it deep. That one is incomplete. Took a downfield shot on 1st down, but missed it.
A lot of times college football, the game comes down to just a play or two. And that's a missed opportunity by this offense. I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to come back to that same play in the second half.
Second down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Hall. And now another deep ball here. That deep shot is caught for a big gain. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
That's one way to be able to move the football up the field in a hurry. These are the types of plays that can really galvanize an offense.
The offense finally producing here. Sets up a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. He's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
And you got to love this if you're defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
So second down after the incompletion. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. Defense shoves him out of bounds. Not much of a gain there.
Well, he was close to getting to that corner, picking up some big yards, but the defense does a good job of getting him out of bounds.
The Ducks looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On third down, he drops to throw. Touchdown, Oregon. Strong game by this quarterback.
Love to watch this quarterback go out and execute in this kind of situation. He's doing a great job of ignoring the scoreboard and feeling a sense of pressure to have to play with more urgency. Right now he's executing. We're only in the second quarter. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Extra point splits the uprights. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that passing game going. The last possession, very efficient and precise. Nowhere to go. That ball knocked loose. The defense recovers, trying to run this back now.
I think that's on the quarterback and the offensive line. They were breathing down this quarterback's neck before he could even recognize that they were there, and they were able to knock it loose.
Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? Scanning the field. It's Hall. Quarterback escapes the pocket. They'll try a pass here. Sideline route, but he's out of bounds before the first down marker.
Well, that's exactly what you need to do as a receiver in these kind of situations near the end of the half. Get some positive yards, but also stopping the clock is just as important.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. They look to throw it here on second down. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
When you get this close to the end zone, you've got to be able to come away with points, at the very least a field goal. They've got to be scratching their heads and hoping that in the second half, this play right here doesn't come back to bite them.
This time enough for one more play in the half. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Inside the 40. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, Bama.
That's playing to the echo of the whistle here in this first half. They just keep pouring it on. Why not just continue to be aggressive? It's worked out so far for them. What a big lead they've worked up now here in this first half.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. With the extra point, the lead is 14. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And that kick will just bound into the end zone for a touchback. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
They go backwards on first down, so it's second and long from the 19. Looking downfield, it's Hall. Throws it to the right. And the senior quarterback, lucky it didn't get picked off, almost made a freshman mistake. Third down, the offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the third quarter. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Lets it fly to the wideout. Cannot connect. Incomplete, and now fourth down.
Boy, this quarterback is really rolling the dice out here today. Remember, he threw an interception the last time they had the ball. I thought he might learn from that, but instead he comes out throwing it into coverage again. Somehow catches a break on this tip ball that this one was an interception. He better tighten up his decision-making. He's going to cost himself a game.
Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. It was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. Breaking free at the 35. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. For the big fellas, Kirk flowing to the right there. The defense just has no answer. It's a huge gain.
Yeah, and what a patience there by the running back, just allowing those blocks to be set up there off to the right, and then once he saw the crease in the defense, accelerates through that hole to show you what kind of speed he has for a big gain and a first down.
First and 10 now for the offense. They'll run it to the left. 5-yard gain, so it's second and 5.
I think this defense keeps thinking about them throwing the football, and by doing that, they're opening up running lanes. Good positive yards there by the running back.
Alabama has now moved into the red zone.
42 Spider.
Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. And he goes down after a solid gain. That's enough for a first down.
You know, this is what makes this receiver so dangerous. If you play him in man, he can run by you for a big play. You decide to sit back in zone, and he's got the savvy and instincts to be able to find that soft spot in the zone, make a catch, and be dangerous after the catch as well.
Alabama getting set with a first and 10 now.
Let's go.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. And he'll get there. Touchdown, Tide.
Man, I love running backs that can hurt you on the ground and through the air. Defense this time just underestimates his ability to catch the ball and then the speed afterwards. And it's a touchdown.
And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And the fair catch is made right on the 5. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Well, they test the middle there, but get nothing.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Well, the defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
The offense now facing a 3rd and long from the 26. Got to avoid a mistake here. Dropping back. It's Hall. Quick throw over the middle. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. He's got some room and some blockers here. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. They were up double digits at halftime, and they're just continuing to roll, building on the lead here in the second half. Finding enough space for a solid game before they stop.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here. He's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle of the line of scrimmage.
Got it.
Now the offense has reached the red zone.
Easy.
Play action fake. Looking to throw. Buying time. Moving to his left. He's got a lane. Can he make the end zone? Touchdown, Alabama. To stretch the lead, the route is on. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
PAT is good. They slammed into the kicker, and penalty markers are down. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. First down play call. How aggressive will it be?
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Off the play fake, looking to throw. And he lofts it toward the left sideline. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
Man, that is a big play by this offense. Now they move the ball into the red zone. And if you're the defensive coordinator, you better be ready because the momentum that they've created, they're probably going to take a shot to the end zone right here.
The tackle is made. The offense is now set up with a 1st and goal from the 8.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
The Ducks will line up here on 1st down and goal. To throw, it's Hall. He's got it, looking for the end zone. Brought down at the 5 after the catch. The offense really threatening now.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Jackrabbit.
Here's the handoff, testing the middle. He's swarmed by the defense.
They're getting closer, but they're obviously thinking that this is 4-down territory. At this point in the game, trailing the way they are, they've got to come up with a play to put this ball into the end zone.
Longer.
They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. Makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
Great job here by the play caller, going to that 5 wide receiver set. You put all these guys out in space and create one-on-one matchups. It's very tough on this defense to try to win all the matchups and give the quarterback credit for being able to find where he wanted to go to be able to come up with that touchdown.
Getting set to kick the ball off now. We'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. This group has been rolling up double digits at halftime. They've just built on that lead here in the second half. Breaking free at the 35. Tackle is made very near midfield. Good enough for a first down. Just pounding away for another big game. Cook, you wonder if this defense is beginning to lose its will a little bit.
I think they are losing their will. You can tell by the way they're tackling. It's been a very impressive performance by this offense and by this running back. You got to believe they're just looking to add to this lead with yet another touchdown.
After the first play, they're very close to midfield already. And at first down, they go right back to him. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And now the handoff. And he picks up the first down before they get him to the ground.
Was a nice job up front by the offensive line. But give the running back an assist for setting those blocks up before he's able to get downfield for the first down.
Alabama getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up.
Lasso!
Ball handed off. And the freshman brings him down quickly.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Offense moving to a bunch formation. Here comes a handoff. Fighting off the defender. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
You know, sometimes, Chris, we get caught up in the speed and the quickness, and obviously those are important assets to have as a running back. But what you just saw from this guy, and he's had a pretty good day, is his ability to break tackles in the open space. And he gets through those arm tackles. You can see what he's capable of doing after being able to shake free with the speed that he has.
Handoff as they try to work the clock here. He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Stretching the lead. This one is getting ugly.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield. That's why he got that ball to the end zone.
Now they get set to kick it away. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Going to try to use his legs here. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Hall. Looking to make a play deep downfield. Another pick. Wow, that's the 4th tonight. Big takeaway, now looking for a big return. That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. The interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. This has been a dominant performance so far. Up double digits at the break, building on the lead here in the 2nd half.
I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half, and he's already at it again.
Important 2nd down play coming up. And there's the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain. Important 3rd down play coming up.
Get set.
They'll change the pre-snap look now.
Squirrel. Timber.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Here's a shot toward the end zone. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the quarterback had everything that he needed there, had great protection. The receiver ran a nice route, just not able to convert there on that 3rd down. Let's see what their decision is on 4th down coming up.
They've converted 1 of their 2 4th down attempts so far. Looks like we're going to get a 3rd attempt right here. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Finds his receiver. That's enough for the 1st down. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a 1st down.
Just great execution here on this 4th down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the 1st down.
Alabama getting set for the 1st and 10 now. From the gun, he looks for an open man. That's incomplete. Even on a 1st down pass attempt, he felt heavy pressure. Now it's 2nd down here. The shotgun handoff here. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. That's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks more than enough for a first down.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Always looking to throw. Here's a fumble way behind the line of scrimmage. Defense falls on the ball. Crucial takeaway.
Boy, incredible job here by this defense to create this turnover. It looked like this game was over, but now with this turnover, they got a chance to get back in the game.
And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. At this point, there's not much you can do except play for pride. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. And the pass is dropped, incomplete. Would have had a huge gain. Took his eye off the ball.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Scanning the field. It's Hall. Caught quickly. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker. Inches away.
Hey, there's the execution that's been lacking most of this game, but they'll take it. You know, you try to do everything that you can to learn and try to build for the future. And at this point in the game, it's obviously over, but you love to see the offense coordinator still giving this quarterback opportunities.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it here. Looking for the wideout. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
And looking to throw now on first down. And they hit him just as he releases the ball. It's incomplete.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
Second down after the incompletion. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. The veteran quarterback lucky that didn't result in a takeaway. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Drops back, needing a third down completion here. This time it's complete. And the game just good enough for a first down.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
And the Ducks are in the red zone.
Here we go. Dino. Squirrel. Squirrel. Tuna.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Catch made, looking for the goal line. They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. And a timeout taken by the offense, 18 seconds on the clock. So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. Looking to pass. It's Hall. Oh, a sack. The senior on this defense making a big play. And the offense will take a timeout here. 13 seconds remaining.
This defense has been lights out today. Great job once again applying pressure on this quarterback. This poor quarterback, he doesn't know what he has seen today. Not able to get anything going to be able to try to compete in this game. They're down big, and now they're just hoping for that clock to run out.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. Looking for the end zone, but not complete.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on fourth down.
The Ducks will look to convert here on fourth down.
Here we go.
Fourth down, looking to throw for it. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's first and goal.
Okay, ready?
Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. It's always a special